Okay, hello YouTubes. There are people in the Twitch chat. We are all deeply shocked at this occurrence, so we're gonna slowly start since Bacon appears to be very much late. But yeah, we have had a week of downtime now for Alexander. We know what he has been doing, and ding!
Sorry about that.
So, what has Satan been doing during the downtime?
Satan has particularly been doing investigating of, general layout of the city, how things are, and something we discussed just a few minutes ago.
Okay. So, have you been talking to people and trying to gather information socially, or are you looking around?
Really, he's looking around and trying to observe things. Because talking to people, he does that, but he's not being sensical about it. Maybe they seem pretty disturbed by his presence, so being crazy about it makes it seem, hey, look.
Okay.
Just a crazy guy. Ignore him. He gives off a bad vibe.
Okay, in that case, I want you to make one roll for the thing we discussed earlier, the appropriate roll for, that thing. And one roll for perception alertness. And a third roll for Eyes of Chaos, without insight.
Okay. I'll need a base difficulty on that.
On the Eye of Chaos.
Yeah. I'll just presume 6 on everything else, so.
Let's go with 7 on that. Okay. For inexplicable reasons, the city is doing things behind the scenes that the other players know nothing about. And we'll possibly bite them in the ass later.
Possibly. This might bite a lot of people in the ass, but hey, we're included, so. It might help, too. That's kind of the point. It can do a lot of stuff.
Alright, so perception alertness next then.
I thought you wanted... Wait, do you want alertness or investigation?
Well,
I have a dot.
like a difference in a single dot.
Well, more of it makes more sense, kind of, for what I'm doing.
Is there anything special or specific that you're trying to learn about the city, or is it just whatever might be useful?
You know what? Whatever is being useful.
Okay, then I would say that you're just walking around and looking for things that
Alright.
might be useful little details, and that does sound like an alertness roll to me.
Okay. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's the same roll.
Okay.
Yep. Thought so.
Keep in mind... Well... Okay. Okay, Jackalor, you can just roll through, or whisper through roll 20, and we'll get to that in a second, and yes, you'll be able to. So, what?
Resist looking at Twitch. Resist looking at Twitch. I'm just kidding.
There's a reason why I usually don't whisper shit through Twitch.
No, not through
I'm
Twitch,
kidding.
sorry, through roll 20.
Oh yeah, I mean like, yeah, to roll 20. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm really just
You
kidding.
do know that Steam thing pops up on my screen, right?
You don't actually see it on the stream.
Yes, you do, as far as I know.
It captures the desktop for me.
Yeah.
Just whatever's on the screen.
Oh well, I didn't see it. Nah.
Jackalor, you may listen to the stream if you wish, but don't look at the stream. Just keep the chat open, but just pause it.
I am tempted to go look and see these newcomers. I'll be honest. A lot more than seeing whatever Jackalor is doing. Who are these people? Why are they watching us?
I think I've seen some of them with the DF stuff. I think that's what they came into the channel for.
Oh, disappointers.
Okay, so what would you notice?
I still don't got the one for Eyes of Chaos. Do you want me to just do default difficulty?
No, roll at 7. We're gonna combine those two and see just what you can learn about the workings of the city and,
So it'll be at 7, but it'll be 8, but Discipline Prodigy puts it down at 7. That's what you mean, right?
Actually, no, I did mean for it to be at 7 since this, observing just people, how they interact, like watching the, you know, how the
Okay.
fish swim would be
The Eyes of Chaos part didn't do much.
you know, the swirls in the ice cream, there's something off about them. I don't think you can trust them. I think they're fucking with you.
I gave up most of my successes. Oh well.
Well,
The important stuff has been done.
you see.
It was the squirrels that ate your successes.
Okay, so I think for successes, I'm gonna give you two things. First of all, you notice that a lot of people are reading the Toluca Times, and it seems that there is a very shiny newspaper building in the central part of the city where, well, a lot of people go to get their news, and whoever controls that might be in a good position to shape the local public opinion. You also see that you know what? Let's be really sensible about this. Roll me 1d3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a 1. Good. You actually managed to figure out where the fire chief lives, and it seems like he is a respected member of the community. You catch him in his uniform, heading back into his house, and you recognize him from one of the pictures in the newspaper. So you may relatively easily try to approach him at some point as well.
Alright.
Okay, and Alexander, you wanted to do a secret thing as well. Now whisper to me exactly what kind of information on that you're looking for and who you're targeting it on. And yeah, give me a roll. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know. Just having to check the goddamn rules because I haven't
Uh, let me just type it out. You just describe what you're trying to do with it. Yeah. Hello there. There's a third person in the chat for some strange reason.
Really?
Yep. It looks like people are actually showing up for some strange reason. Holy mother of crap.
They have seen through the veil. No.
Apparently, the first chapter being like, yeah, I'm not fucking around anymore, suffer you bitches. It's a clickbait thing. People are drawn to the suffering of players. So, I'm sorry guys. I did say that I would be taking the brakes off, but that I wouldn't be fucking you over. I'm afraid I might have to alter the deal. Pray I do not alter it further.
I pray you will alter it to the nth degree.
Don't fucking alter it. Don't make him alter it further, FF. We don't need that. Unless it involves your death, of course. In which case, we do need that.
Jekyll.
Your character's death, not your death.
So,
I think you failed to realize something, Jackalore. This is about how fun and great it is to fail horribly.
For some reason, I don't know why, but I don't agree totally agree with your statement.
That's because you don't see Jackalore Quick, come here and let me open your mind.
No, I'd rather not.
Taste the madness! It tastes like thorny rainbows. Can you taste it, little one? You know what would actually be the worst thing, especially to do on something like the sheriff or a twitchy elder? Touch-based hallucinations.
Dude, I'm going to do so. You know what? You know what'd be horrible? You want to be really terrible?
Uh-huh.
Spend 6 blood points. The haunting. Every sense I can think of.
Wait. What's the 6th one? Like just intuition? Something feeling off? That kind of thing?
Yes! I was actually going to say Auspex, supernatural awareness, is apparently a sense. So, yeah, that works. Intuition.
So you tell to Tremere Regent, that Wolfgang fucker, he means to destroy you. You should be very... Actually, no, it's not even that. He just goes to the priest and goes, you, I know what you're doing. I will strike first and destroy you. Prince like, oh, what? So, that's one success. What are you trying to learn and who are you aiming it at? Or do you just want general information off of that? Jackalor. Jackalor.
I'm trying to type here.
Oh, he's typing.
He's trying to be sneaky. Don't worry, I'm trying it too.
Well, to be fair, there's great.
Shit.
There's a great difference.
I didn't mean to break the mirror.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but the mirror is already broken.
I broke it again.
No, you don't get to do that. Only Malkav gets to break and re-break the mirror until it comes out unbroken. That's how he wins, Gehenna. No, you fucking don't, you little shit. Antediluvian says no. Wow, Dracula's taking his sweet ass time. Not that
I'm taking the rules to find a way if I can be extra sneaky with this.
I'm not gonna let you be extra sneaky with it. Just tell me what you're looking for in general terms and leave it at that, because with that roll, well, with that many successes, it's gonna be okay either way.
Definitely alright. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Just like Epic's roll. Everything's gonna be fine with that one too.
Yes, it'll be awesome with that one.
Huh. So you're looking at him. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to ask him when he arrives. You're gonna have to remind me, Jackalor. Because I need to know what his character is actually... what's going on in his character's head for that, to give you that.
Also, they'll roll again.
On the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Much the same question, I assume?
Essentially.
Whisper to me, how does Satan feel about Alexander, Epic? And what are the strongest emotions he feels around Alexander? Because I sure as hell am not gonna let him know how much of that he learns. Okay. Wow, you are both giving me the perfect rolls. I can really fuck with you using these.
I'm so happy.
So. In the meantime, Alexander, how much actually wake with an evening's freshness? You've had that for a while, haven't you? Give me an intelligence roll at difficulty 6 to see if you remembered in this new semi-safe place to cast it. First of all. Now I'm assuming you're gonna succeed at this. This isn't meant to fuck you in a single roll, but sooner or later you'll forget and fail a roll or botch it, and yep, you remembered. So, how many turns of activity does...
I'm going to put a note on the...
That's cheating!
Note.
Don't
No,
you
it's not
fuck...
cheating. It's completely legit, and my character would totally be put notes there, notes around to remember things that are vitally important to his health.
You know what? I think I'm gonna make you roll wits instead. Because frankly, that's a wits thing to remember to take obvious precautions like that, right? Intellect is about book learning.
It is actually said that intelligence
memory.
is used for remembering things, but wits does make more sense for common practices instead of some kind of data or something that was given an example for intelligence rolls.
Like you can remember all the... You know what? I will be generous. It's a wits roll at 4. You may roll your one die.
You know, if I had a perception of 1, I'm sure you'd find a way to justify it to be a perception instead.
Okay, Jackalor, for your roll on Satan, you see loyalty mixed with watchful distrust. And Satan, you may make a awakening roll, and Jackalor, you may just wake up. How many rounds of activity does Wake with an Evening's Freshness give you before you have to roll to stay?
I think it's the same as if I just woke up normally with the awakening roll.
I think you get a couple of free ones, and then you have to roll, because with an awakening roll, you have to roll right away to stay awake.
Mm-hmm. And I have to roll for perception aspects in order to wake up in the first place.
Indeed.
Got that one.
Okay, good. Then you may proceed to roll... yeah. Okay. So you get a couple of rounds. Alexander, I think you get 3 or 4 with the Wake with an Evening's Freshness, so why don't you roll your path rating to see how long after that you can stay away, or awake, and just so we can get that out of the way and we know at which point you're gonna collapse. Actually, no, fuck that. Let's screw you over. You're not gonna know until...
Oh, if danger rises, the caster awakens and may ignore the humanity dice pool limit rule for the first 2 turns of consciousness. Thereafter, the penalty takes effect, but the thaumaturge will have already risen and will be able to address problematic situations.
Huh.
So basically, you still need to wake up.
No. The caster awakens.
Yes.
If danger arises.
Okay. Both of you hear a loud noise from the back of the house. Someone's fucking with the garage door.
Character wakes
I
up
go
in the
to
blue.
check it out, using aspects to detect any movement.
You do hear voices and movement.
Satan wakes up, goes, if you could let me do a roll of any kind to figure out what's going on, I'll do that, but that's about it.
You can, if you use your aspects, you can hear what is going on with a perception alertness roll.
Okay, difficulty. I have an aspects of 1, so yeah.
If you do it just on hearing, then you can roll at 6.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing to see in here. It's a broom closet.
You know, there's a good chance that if hunters do strike at the manor, you will survive. Because that might actually save your life. You write that down somewhere that you're sleeping in a broom closet. That's an important piece of information.
All right. Let's go to notes right after XP.
Okay.
And I'm obviously sleeping in my secret place because, that's where my vampire would sleep because, it's in the secret place where no one's supposed to find.
Are you sure you want to do that, keeping in mind that there are 2 people who have obfuscators in clan and they might just follow you to your secret place and discover it if you go there every night?
It's better off than sleeping somewhere in the open.
Okay, in that case, you don't awaken at all. You are blocked off from all sound.
Mm-hmm.
And John, since he's not here, just sleeps on.
Oh, and I will actually specify a broom closet in the notes because he seems to change them at random.
Excellent.
The good darkness.
There are gonna be 6 broom closets you rotate between regularly. One of them, at least, will be facing towards the dawn.
Yes.
So, if you roll a 1 on a d6, when the broom closet gets open, you might just get fucked.
Yes, I love it. Let's do it.
So, you hear... No, put that thing down there. Ah, crap! Jesus Christ, stupid fucks. And there's a loud crash as something heavy gets dumped on the floor. And cursing about assholes and putting them in their proper place, rich fucks, parasites sucking the blood out of the people. And the noise fades in the distance as you fall asleep.
Does my good judge of character let me try and place them if we've had any kind of contact with these people before?
Given that you're far away... what does good judge of character give you, like a debuff on empathy rolls?
Not empathy particularly. It's actually a situational one, which is why I'm asking. It is whenever I come into a role that, being a good judge of character would, help.
Normally, I wouldn't allow a roll here, but I'll let you roll Perception Empathy at 8, given that you do have that merit, to see if you can hear enough of the voices and their inflections to figure something out here.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, so...
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Certainly should use your advantages. Okay, yeah, it sounds like the working class is getting uppity again. Probably just mortals, moving heavy shit around. And you might even actually... Yeah, that's just workers. You don't get more than that because you are limited by your dice pool penalties here. For waking up during the day.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken.
I completely... Wait.
True.
You're right. Completely forgot about that.
So yeah, it does sound like workers. And they have dumped something in there.
Jeez, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, we have on occasion been spacing on that. So, the next night arrives. What do? And yeah, you can set your blood pool to max -1. Because you do get large barrels of blood due to your background stuff. Now, as for the anchor thing, what are you tying that to? To the domain or to the... I guess you would have to tie to the domain since that is the bigger one, right?
It's technically 6, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, it has to be domain.
So yeah, being right in people's face and being able to keep an eye on them, you are able to control the local butcheries and the like, so yeah. Well and good. Well and good. And of course anyone fucking with the domain may well disrupt the flow of business, so it makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to remove the van plus cargo of pineapples.
We already did that. Oh, wait.
No, it wasn't.
You dumped it into the river along with the chopper, remember? You strap the chopper to the back
Yeah.
of that, and you
Group
dumped it in.
I removed it out of the group holdings.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I was like, did we forget to take it out of the group holdings?
Yes,
we
you
did.
must have in that case. Because that is definitely gone. And people have... There's been a lot of hoopla about that being found dumped in there. Now the bodies, were they on the bus or were they in the chopper? I think you placed them in the chopper.
I put them in the chopper.
Okay, apparently a bunch of
Right,
cops
I'm
from one of the nearby cities were murdered here. Who would have thunk?
Who knows?
And apparently, they think there's a horrible murderer on the loose, who apparently has, thankfully, left the city and driven further down in his bus of death. Clearly he still has the bus because the GPS tracking system, apparently there wasn't a bug in it. Somehow they convinced the cops that there was and it was picking up a different bus, but clearly that can't be the case because the cops are dead and it must have been the same guy. So yeah, I think the strike towards the Cameroon raid which I gave you earlier is well justified because you just dumped the masquerade breach on their heads.
Yeah, I like it.
In any case, you wake up during the next night, and what do? I do believe Alexander wakes up slightly sooner because of his higher path rating. If I'm not mistaken. Does he have a higher path rating? Yes, he does indeed. So, what do you proceed to do?
Well, I'd go check around, check that the other people are still here.
Do you know which broom closet? No, you
As a
don't.
matter of fact,
As
no, I don't.
as you throw open the broom closet, Satan is gone.
John! I'm
Cool.
going to be using perception alertness to find out where the fuck the goddamn Malkavian went.
Roll intelligence occult instead first.
Okay.
At difficulty 8.
Intelligence occult. No, not academics. Occult.
I need to add in the 1d10, 1 whatever things. Okay. You have vaguely heard something about a rare mutation of the blood that makes someone completely immune to all types of blood bonds, possibly even the Voldery. A horrible suspicion starts creeping in your mind.
Yeah, I'll be using perception alertness to find where there could any movement in the house.
Okay. You do that. Go ahead and roll.
Does my aspects rating lower it or increase it from 6?
It's a big house. How much aspects do you have? You have 2 dots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can roll at 6. Taken down from 9. Okay, you hear all the things. The house is pretty damn quiet. Doesn't seem like anyone's stirring at the moment. The fucker must be gone.
Well, I look after John Doe to see if he's still in his room or if he's been if he's up and left as well.
Apparently he's out and about. Must be looking for plaything.
Strange.
At this point, with Alexander getting more and more frantic, Satan awakens.
Ah. Look around in the broom closet.
It looks suspiciously like a broom closet, almost as if it's planning something.
Is there a broom in here?
No, you evicted that fucker.
Good. Suppose I'll get out.
You hear someone...
Happy birthday!
You hear a loud crash somewhere in the house, Alexander, and a shout. Apparently you're under attack!
I rush over there with my incredible speed.
Step back into the doorway. Close the broom closet. Obfuscate.
Okay.
It's like right to the side of the broom closet.
Okay. Okay, Alexander. You arrive at the place you think the shout came from. You see nothing. There's no one here. What do you do?
Oh, strange. Any doors?
No, no doors. This is more like a... well, it's like a huge glass corridor where people can enjoy the sun. Just a pleasant place to walk around the back of the house. It's just this one random broom closet where they keep cleaning supplies. It's kind of ugly. You meant to move it elsewhere and just, you know, close that up. Or your ancestors have, but no one's ever gotten to it. There's always something else to do around the house that seems a higher priority.
Thinking of a good answer for that.
Okay.
Who cares? That's a matter for human.
Okay.
Ignores broom closet.
Satan, you faintly hear the footsteps head down the corridor. He doesn't want to play, apparently.
But hide and seek is fun.
You know, given that it's a broom closet, I would have given you not only the obfuscate roll, I would have given you a dex stealth roll at a high difficulty if he had seen through that. Just see if he would actually notice you, even without the obfuscate.
Not here, I swear.
Okay, in order to whisper through obfuscate without breaking it, I think it was 4 successes, at which stealth difficulty 9.
Correct. Actually, I think it was 3, but still.
Uh-huh. Okay. Where do you head to next, Alexander?
Well, I'd hate to my... Where would I have? Also, I would have gotten 3 extra dice on the... wouldn't I have gotten 3 extra dice on the roll for learning the ritual?
Wait, what? No.
I think he's talking about occult library.
Ah, yes. No, that is not in this case, because the library is for research, and this is to reflect your ability to absorb information, which I think situationally wouldn't apply to, you know, this.
AKA, he doesn't want you rolling at, like, difficulty 4 with 12 dice.
You know, the idea with the library is that you trade, after having it, you trade having to actually research something for lower difficulty and more dice, right? There's less of a chance to fuck up, but it takes more time. And since you're rolling to decrease the time, it kind of defeats the purpose, and I honestly don't see how it makes sense for this to add to this. So, you know. Satan, you do recall that there was some sort of a noise during the day which wasn't supposed to be there.
Don't worry, it was plebs.
Okay, fuck the plebs.
It's not like we use the garage anyway.
Okay. Where do you head to then, both of you? What do you do?
Open the door. Whisper. Hi.
There's no one there.
The dust motes in the air wave back at you. They are pleased to see you once again and are glad that you had a good sleep during the day.
Thank you. I'll be back.
You hear them muttering behind your back. Oh, Jesus Christ, that fucker.
Also
Wish he would move.
Take
Also, does Mr. Boone over there, my minion, sleep over here, or does he sleep elsewhere?
Now he does sleep here on occasion, but it's possible that he's either asleep or handling some business. You did give him orders to take care of the angels.
Yes.
Do you go looking for him?
I'm going to check the angels, see if they have been removed.
Okay. So the fastest way to get out through the back would probably be through the garage. Is that the route you wish to take?
Sure. That's fastest route.
Okay, roll perception alertness at 3.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, he gets all the successes. I do believe...
I see everything.
Yep. You do. Don't blink. As there is currently an angel facing you. Turned towards you.
Most disturbing. I attempt to recall if I told Darnell to actually move the angels in here. I don't recall telling Darnell moving the angels in here. I should tell him about moving the angels elsewhere, being not in the garage, not in the house.
You can roll intelligence to recall the orders you gave him.
Like, I'm actually not attempting to do that. I'm more of a... I don't remember him doing that. Oh well, I have to tell him later to not do that.
Okay. How do you proceed? You would have to get relatively close to the angel to go out through the garage door.
It's just an angel.
Yep.
It's made of stone. What's it gonna do?
How many dice did it have on melee, obtenebration, all the fun things?
fun times.
Nothing I know of.
I'm sure you can handle a single angel, right? It's not like these things are stone terminators that fuck you at every
It's not
turn.
like I could totally get mauled by a single plebeian if they came around with a torch and a pitchfork or pitchfork.
Who the fuck is dropping crap into a tin can?
That's not me.
Nobody knows the trouble I see.
Oh crap. One of those fuckers. Oh Jesus, I've given them celerity too. Oh, Dracula, I'm so sorry, but it's on video now that this thing is in here, and well, I hope you have a backup character concept.
Well, at least I gave them a nice mansion. And a library if they actually do find it.
Oh, you mean the angels? The angels will appreciate the library, I'm sure. How do you wish to proceed as you're about to die?
He has no idea he's about to die is the problem.
Exactly. I can't do anything.
Let me just
Yeah,
figure out what its initiative would be. Okay, so that's plus 8 plus the celerity, 13. Can you beat that?
About double what I would have normally have almost. No, actually, the max I could roll. I wouldn't be able to meet that even if it rolled a 1.
I was going to say that Satan would be trying to, you know, sneak and find out who was going that way while playing hide and seek, but
Yeah, you can do that. It's just gonna take you a while to arrive.
that's kind of the idea, was what I was thinking. So
You're just trying to convince me that you deserve to have the second dot of obfuscate, right?
what? No.
You're not justifying. You're not trying to justify XP expenditures with this crap, are you? You wouldn't do that.
To be honest, I feel like I could already do the obfuscate to the second dot at least with the other stuff, but hey. I also think it's just kind of fun.
Okay, so Alexander. Well, okay, so we're just gonna assume that you move after this thing. Actually, roll your initiative because if Satan somehow manages to arrive in time, it might come up.
So 1d10.
Yep. Plus your bonuses, of course.
1d10 plus.
We do have the roll things set up, but okay, so 6. Yep, the angel gets to react to whatever you do. How do you wish to proceed?
I walk out of the garage.
Okay, you head over to the door. You take your eyes off the angel.
Well, duh. It's a stone angel. What's it gonna do?
Okay. Nothing happens.
You know, it sounds like a great idea. You know, it sounds
I
like a
close
great
the door
idea.
behind me, and I proceed to go towards angels where it used to be.
Spending blood on dexterity buffing. Yay, I'm doing that.
We have always played in past that the buff dexterity does not apply to initiative rolls, by the way.
That's fine. That's not what I'm doing it for.
Okay, Alexander, you have opened the
I'm
door.
being stealthy. Shh.
Okay. Alexander, you open the door, and you now wish to walk to the cemetery. Is that correct?
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay, nothing happens. You're not dead yet.
I also close the door behind me because that's the thing you want to do when one does when one has a house.
That is a different action. And you have to do either one or the other, I believe. And
Yeah. It's not like I'm in a hurry or anything.
okay, you decide to pull the door down. At which point a stone claw grabs your hands, of course.
What?
No,
Say what?
no.
He grabs my hands.
A stone hand, a clawed one. No, you're good. You close the door. You haven't been ambushed yet. Maybe it wants the milk instead.
Shrugs.
Okay, you head towards the
Almost,
cemetery.
as if I saw a stone hand grab my hand that's there. Weird.
Okay. Okay. So, you head down to the cemetery. You see that some of the statues have been removed, or have moved, but at least half of them are still there.
You need to hurry that up. I don't know what the Malkavians saw, but what I do know is that you really don't want to you really don't want to ignore Malkavians.
Mm-hmm. Satan, please make a dexterity stealth roll. This will be a contested one. Roll as a GM roll, if possible.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Well,
I had already rolled before you said that.
alright, well, either way, I will still be rolling the opposed roll. Secretly. Okay. You peek around the corner. One of those stone fuckers that your visions warn you about is there. Almost as if it's waiting for someone. Possibly you. What do?
Threat assessment.
You yell that out?
I will actually yell that out.
My name is Threat Assessment!
I am threat assessment. Reveal thy threats.
Do you wish to roll an ability with this, or do you,
Whatever you deem's appropriate. Probably something site-based.
Why the fuck does the GM roll thing pop up like that? Like I click on its token and it pops up the GM roll thing.
That is weird.
Like with anyone. Maybe because it's saved tokens in a lot of cases. But damn, that's fucked up.
Did you make that a token action? Possibly.
Yep, it does show as token action. There we go. Solved. There we go. And I was wondering why it was being stupid. Alright. If you want, you can use the Eyes of Chaos. Again.
Show me what is in you.
You walk right up to it.
Well, while I'm doing Eyes of Chaos, but yeah, sure, he starts walking towards it.
Okay, then make a roll for Eyes of Chaos at difficulty 9.
Okay. Presumably decreased to 8. Yay.
Okay. Okay, you have a vision. The angel removes its hands, looks you in the eye, and says, I'm not alive yet, but someday soon, when Tremere fools rip a hole in reality, I will be, and then you'll all be sorry.
What's nearby?
Tire irons, if you're looking for melee weapon, you may tend to smash it.
That's the exact idea, yeah. Take a tire iron and smash it!
What's your strength?
1. But
If you buff to something like 3 or 4, you can, as an extended action, just taking time and making a fuck ton of racket, you know, take your time and smash it to pieces.
absolutely. Let's go up to 4.
Okay, excellent. Alexander.
Well, no, up to 3, my bad. I was thinking blood.
So you would be at hungry, I believe.
I think I'm at hungry. Yeah.
Now I believe that with instinct, you just, the beast takes over.
I think I need to get some to actually do that. You know,
Like,
actually cause it. But
Yeah.
remember, I need to, like, smell blood or something first. Then I'll go into frenzy.
Given that this is not an extreme situation, you're not hurt, and such, I'm not gonna make you eat Darnell.
Oh, wait, I can't even go any lower than 4. Woo, okay.
Oh, yes, that's right. Wait, wasn't it like 2 that you couldn't spend as a 14 gen non-tin blood? I think the minimum was 2.
I'll
Think-
go double check. I thought it was 4 for some reason. But
4
I think that sounds right.
4, I think, was for thin-blooded 14 gens, and 6 for 15 gens. Alexander, as a racket faintly erupts from the garage and you are ready to head back, what do you do?
I very slowly walk over with my amazing speed.
Okay. The door is closed. It's a heavy ringing sound like ding, 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 ding. Almost as if someone is using a piece of iron to pound on something.
I open the door to see what's going on.
Satan. The door opens. Clearly its friends have come to help it. What do?
Throw the tire iron through!
Okay. Roll me, since you have only a moment in which to aim it. Why don't you roll me Dex Athletics at 8 to see if you can just, throwing from the hip, hit Alexander with the tire iron as an improvised, throwable weapon.
Sure.
Ding! I love you with all my heart! Ding! Okay!
Wow.
Headshot!
Wow.
It's a headshot!
Okay, so,
If you do a headshot, it would be 9, with 9 with a difficulty of 9.
consider this a +1 bashing weapon as a thrown item, and roll bashing damage on this, please.
Didn't do any damage.
Okay, a tyrant twacks you on the head as you open the door. You're clearly under attack. Alexander, what do?
I hastily close the door.
You, as you're drawing the door down, you see Satan looking kind of sheepish over the half-broken body of the stone angel as you slam it shut in front of your face.
I roll perception alert to see to hear what's inside there.
Satan, what do you do as you see him just with a shocked expression slam the door shut in front of you?
Look around. Is there another tire iron?
No, but looking in a toolbox, you can find a wrench.
That's fine. Ting, ting, ting.
The smashing resumes, Alexander. Clearly this is some sort of a Malkavian ritual that perhaps you shouldn't disturb.
I decide to not disturb Malkavian any further.
I see.
You have chosen wise-ish, maybe.
Hastily walk away.
You know,
Hastily shuffle away.
you know. I wonder, did you actually think you were about to die there, Jackalor? For a
I
second.
wouldn't put it past you.
You know, I don't know, I'm enjoying screwing you for an hour just due to workmen forgetting an angel in the garage.
I managed to find out what causes the things to come alive.
It's Eyes of
Okay,
Chaos.
Completely missed.
Well-
And in doing so, became even more fearful of it, because there's no telling what time this will happen.
Yes, yes. It did tell you that it would be done by the Tremere, and soon.
Yes, that is it. And thus, crush it!
Okay. So you do that. Alexander, as the smashing continues, what do you do?
I head for the secret place.
Going around the front?
No.
Okay.
Though I will go up before I go down. Go there.
What I'm asking is, are you going in back through the garage, or are you heading for the front entrance
Probably
thing?
have enough. Like there are probably more than one way into the house, other than the front and the garage.
Well, the garage is built on top of what used to be the servants' quarters. That used to be the servants' entrance, and then there's the main entrance where the guests and family members would have gone in.
Oh, well, I might as well check up front, see if the guy has arrived.
For reference, the garage is where the smokestack is rising on the picture.
That works, yes.
Also, this can't possibly be a real representation of the place.
Of course it could be.
Why not?
one day.
I think 50 or so
Because
rooms
there's
as
walk
this.
down the place.
The wall is lost in the mist. It's further out. And you don't see the cemetery here either, because again, that's further behind the house. But yeah, this is large enough to house 50 or so rooms and a large enough basement to be more or less as we described it. In fact, there are even two wings.
It even has all the nice fencing, a one single gate in the front.
No, that's just the decorative fence. The gate would be further out. Because he
alright.
did argue that he had a proper fence, not a broken one.
I actually put a stone. I actually had him put a stone wall there.
Do you actually have a proper gate? A gate?
I had a proper gate.
The gate has recently been rebuilt. There's a new gleaming gate in the front. Satan, clearly you're going to have to remove that, or you will be trapped in here and you will all burn, as per your botched vision.
No, wrong. Didn't botch that one.
Didn't?
Nope.
You sure? Because you
Yes.
botched one, I think.
I did.
Which one did you botch?
The part that makes me hate brooms.
Oh, yes. There was something about brooms, I remember. We did mention brooms. Okay, there's a new gleaming gate, and you see that Darnell is there. He seems to have gotten a pickup truck somewhere, and he is currently unloading 2 barrels of blood from it.
So any
So,
brooms
peasant
that
is
are
doing
on
the-
magic
is doing
grounds
it-
will be destroyed.
Alexander?
So the peasant is doing the work I allotted to him. I go inside.
Okay, and you go to the library, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, and what do you wish to do there?
But currently I'm waiting for John Doe to wake up. So I'll be learning my continuing to learn my second level ritual.
Well, John Doe is off. I did say that he had already gone to looking for a new playmate.
Oh.
So if you're gonna be waiting for him, then who knows when he'll be back? He's been off a lot during the week.
That is true.
Coming in, smelling faintly of mortal blood on occasion. So how do you wish to proceed?
Well, currently I personally don't have anything better to do than learn the ritual.
Okay. Darnell doesn't know where the secret place is, does he?
No.
Okay.
I will check up in an hour for the blood.
Okay. Darnell is sketching. Sight of you approaches you. Master, it's been nearly a month since you last gave me blood. Could I have some more?
Of course. I gave him 2 points of blood.
You give him 2 points of blood. Okay. I do believe he needs to roll stamina in order not to OD.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Can they hold like 3 points of blood?
Nope, not necessarily.
Not unless they've been... Okay, Darnell proceeds to puke his guts out on the floor and all over your clothing.
Public humiliation! You immediately frenzy.
There is no one else here. However, I do believe that might be a frenzy check all the same. What page on the book is the examples of frenzy provocation?
Let's go grab it all the way to here. It's probably in... States of being, probably. Frenzy. Maybe not. Thought it would be here.
I have no idea where it is.
Fire. Oh, yep, it is. Found it. Page 306.
306, you say? On the
Yes.
PDF?
Yes, should be the PDF and not the book itself.
Smell or sight of blood when hungry. Being harassed. Okay, I believe you are in frenzy because that is above your rating in instinct, and that means you automatically frenzy, having long since abandoned your lost humanity.
This is why when Sabbat get together, they are either very careful to not provoke each other, or everything goes into a big massive brawl.
Alexander, you are now in frenzy. What do? So you used to have a lawyer ghoul. You stole.
I attempt to ride the wave in frenzy.
I do believe that you have to roll for that, and you need to have something you can direct the beast against. So, how would you like to? I mean,
What are the actual rules for riding the wave again?
You get to determine some actions, but that is it. Basically, you can redistribute the target to someone that is not a friendly, or, you know, similar things.
The instinct virtue refers to a character's ability to control the beast by familiarity rather than a dial. It allows the character to ride the wave, blah blah blah.
I don't think it actually goes into really specific things on it, but
A player rolls instinct when attempting to control a character's existing frenzy. Blah blah blah.
It's against the difficulty of the actual frenzy. Actual frenzy difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime the player wishes the character to consciously take an action known as riding the wave, she must roll instinct against the difficulty to avoid the frenzy. Okay, so you can take a action of if you succeed at a difficulty 4 instinct roll.
Yes.
Change its action from decapitate ghoul to smashing wall.
Wherever. Oh yeah, I have to roll the 3 dice. Difficulty 4.
Let's see. Okay, what is your action first of all? Because it does matter in terms of whether you're able to do this at all, I would say.
Really? Because that makes me makes it even more weak ass.
No.
You get
just-
a
just
path
say
that
what-
actually encourages
Just say what-
diablerie. Paths are meant to be a
It
bitch.
demands it, for it to be exact, which is a really, really big difference.
Yep.
Encouraging, it's good thing. It's demanding. All of a sudden, you have to attempt to diabolarize people you know are with a humane, which is a problem.
Yes, by all means. So, what do you want to do?
Are there brooms nearby?
No, there has been a strange shortage of brooms of late.
Ah.
You can't imagine why.
Well, I did see him that Dan Malkavian throwing around brooms.
I don't think you actually saw that.
No,
You
no,
saw
when
the
he-
broom's corpses in the front, but
We did say that he saw you throwing them out of the window when he first arrived, after you had already snuck in, remember?
I thought that was the guy who.
Oh,
Shut the
it
gate.
might have actually been him, yes.
Yeah, I thought that was John, because he arrived after and saw all that.
Oh well.
And Alexander came in on a bus later than that,
Yes, indeed. So,
and eventually found me without, any noticing of me.
just to establish this, Alexander, you did say that you wanted a knife and a stake. So I assume you are armed?
Yes, I have a knife and a stake on my person at all times.
Okay, so your first action would probably be to either leap at the ghoul or go for the knife. If you didn't ride the wave. So how do you wish to alter this? Just for future reference, ghouls, unless they're at least 100 years old, have a max blood pool of 2.
2?
Yes. Plus, they can force extra blood into their system up to their stamina rating. If
Well,
they succeed at a stamina roll at 8.
I actually gave him the ghoul book and everything that mentions all of this, by the way. So, yeah, it's a thing.
Wouldn't that mean that he wouldn't have gone above the blood pool?
He said nearly a month. The blood point he had was on the verge of decaying.
And you gave him 2, which is why he rolled.
Indeed.
Oh well.
There is a kind of way around this. If you drain him a little bit, then give him a blood point. That seems to let his blood pool be a little bit different, but it'll change it really quick. So,
That's like advanced fuckery. I would say that is edging onto the crap that you would expect as a matey to do. But,
Out of 5, intelligence of 5.
well, you would know that it's a thing, but... Yeah, you know that it's a thing, it's just...
do you note this might also affect the fact that if you give him 4 or more blood points per month, he'll gain your clan weakness. If at a lesser form. Yay!
Wait, how much does he... like, 4 blood points over a month? Like, okay, fair enough.
At least I think it was over a month and not forcing him like 4 blood points at once.
From what I read in the books, I thought it was simply drinking the blood for an extended period as a semi-random thing. Like,
No,
yeah.
it does actually specify 4 blood points in the ghoul book.
Huh. Alright.
AKA, if he gets another blood point from you within, like, a day or two.
He's
Say
gonna
hi.
need another blood point pretty soon if he lives at all. We all know this. Come on, Epic. That's not even an if statement.
Oh, come on. Ifs, wins.
He's gonna be in the hospital.
I start punching Darnell.
Okay, yes, I realized that this was an option. I'm glad that you did too. Okay. Okay,
Now you're just bashing him to try and, not kill him, I guess.
Okay, he isn't able to
Punching him in the
resist.
chest.
Please spend a fuck ton of blood to buff you. How much blood do you have in your system?
Well, currently I have 7.
Okay, in that case, you buff your strength and dexterity by 3 points each.
So over 3 turns, 6 turns, I buff my strength and dexterity to 6.
Yes. And Darnell has a stamina of 1, and he's puking his guts out. He's unable to resist. Give me 3 attack rolls. And depending on how good these are, and you want them to be bad because he's gonna be at least incapacitated. If these are good, you might just kill him with your fists before you're able to stop. So you may proceed.
Resist ghoul. 1 dot of stamina.
No. We're gonna go purely off of Alexander's thing because he has a whole scene in which to wail on this fucker. If we actually roll this properly like attacks, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna see it as an abstract thing.
Sure, whatever. Continue.
Dex, nothing.
Okay.
So what did you say? Difficulty 3.
No.
No, just roll at normal difficulty. If it was a 3, then he would certainly be dead.
Although, I think you're rolling,
Oh yeah. Also, that should be 3 extra dice. So. Oops.
do it right, please. Okay, so the 3 dice didn't matter. Good.
Yes. Apparently, my penchant for rolling ones actually pays off.
Wait, what? You were
no,
rolling
you need
4
to roll-
dice.
You'll need 2 more, at least, unless you have a
Yes.
dot of brawl.
Wait. You don't have brawl, right? You buffed your
Yes.
dexterity to 4.
Yes.
So why the extra dice?
Because I got successes on damage.
No. Ignore the damage thing. Just roll
No,
the
whatever.
attacks themselves.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're just seeing how effectively he can disassemble a ghoul with his bare hands.
Hey, I got a success. Woohoo.
On
So that's 3 attacks.
Sorry, again, not getting what you're rolling. Why just 1 die?
That's
Oh no. We're gonna... You roll those as damage, that's fine. Ignore those, just roll the other 2 attacks from scratch. When you fuck up
Okay,
the roll,
scratch.
then just roll it properly from the start. That's how we're gonna be handling it from now on, just to avoid... Just so we have some sort of policy. Okay? Okay. Okay, how does exiting the frenzy work? Does he have to roll instinct or does he just stop?
This is one of those things where it's never described.
Okay,
Such
roll
as-
instinct. As you start to feel his skull give way before your blows.
yeah. 3 dice. Difficulty 4, did you say?
Yes, it's still 4.
Mm-hmm. Keep rolling.
Okay.
Just use the roll macro.
Yes, I am.
Okay, you come out to the frenzy. Darnell, there's sort of a bubbling hitch to his breath. His head seems vaguely misshapen. He's in a very bad way. How do you wish to proceed?
I give him a point of blood. If he isn't healing, that is.
He starts puking up the blood and choking.
Ah.
I think that actually means he empties his
so
blood.
he's not healing his wounds at all.
I think a botch on that means he actually empties like the rest of his blood pool.
Oh, come on, he's fucking dead, we both know it. And
So if it empties his blood pool,
he can't even heal yet anyway, because he was still emptying. He was emptying his system from the extra blood, and until that finishes burning off at the end of the scene, he can't use any blood
why would
powers.
that be?
Because fuck you and ghoul rules. It does say they can't.
Say that.
It says you can't use any blood until they burn the extra blood off and cleanse their system of it if they fail to cram extra in, which happens over a scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I am gonna split the video here, and we can take 2 minutes while you figure out what the fuck you're gonna do now.